And what's everybody getting themselves into on this? What is it? Singing Sunday? You already know. We right here at work decided to hop on, chop it up with an individual, see what's the talk of the town is going down. The word on the curve. You heard me? Let me just set this up real quick. Here in Southern California, it's a beautiful day. Beautiful day to be out and about. Whoopsie. What did I press? Okay, never mind. There we go. The weather's lovely, so, perfect day to enjoy yourselves. Pretty sure if you're out there, just make sure to be aware of your surroundings because it does get hectic. What's cracking like an angel? What you getting yourself into, my boy, on this Sunday afternoon? Chilling like light as shit brown or what? You already know we kicking back, my boy. Like always, just chilling. Seeing what's good with everybody. Oh, got the homie texting right now, but come back there. Was watching the Traviesos episodes, the live game. Had to pop in. Órale. With Incredible Javier, no? Shout out to Incredible Javier. Oh, the rain finally stopped over there. Órale. Yeah, we have had, pretty good weather so far over here. It looks like the rain is gone. And, summer's already coming up. And, once we hit summer, we don't see rain at all. It'd be dry as a motherfucker over here. The reason we have so many fucking fires and shit like that. You would think with so many fucking fires that there wouldn't be nowhere else for this shit to burn, huh? But people forget how big California is. That fucking shit is massive. Shit, California in itself is bigger than some fucking countries. Which is crazy in itself. I think they say like Italy is like the size of California, which is fucking crazy in itself. That California is the size of fucking a whole entire fucking country. And I think it has more or about the same in population. When we hit summer, we see it here, but doesn't it get like muggy over there, like humid? I fucking hate humidity. Like that muggy weather, like a fucking sauna and shit. Especially with mosquitoes, because that shit's no joke. They fucking love that shit. The sweat, it's like a hometown buffet to them. That's right. Shut up. What's good? Safu, ¿qué huele, carnal? ¿Qué dice la buena? Never put college professor. You guys are too much. Only 9 states got more population than LA County. And now it's just... Órale, all right. That's crazy. Yeah, I know. We're one of the biggest. That's why, there was that stupid push when they were saying that California should break off from the United States and be its own fucking country. And it's like, what the hell? Like, what are you going to do for military? I think people don't really think shit through. What's cracking like Mr. Pasa's definitely up in the casa for the raza. How you feel about Kendrick putting on for LA? Yeah, I think he's doing good, bro. I mean, it's been a while. It's been a while that you had someone representing, the West Coast. I mean, not being represented like maybe as some people would want, right? But hey, it's new generation, new times, new way of rapping. It's just how it goes. So it's obviously gonna have a different sound. But I think it's good though. I like how he dips into the well to grab some of these samples from some of these classic rolas, um, and just remixes them. Not too much, not overdoing it like some people tend to do, right? But he does tend to do that from time to time, which is good. Never hurts. Now when you overdo it, that's what kills the product. But he knows how to. Whoever is marketing him or pushing him, is doing a pretty good job. Because it had been a while that you had somebody, being the face of the West, right? Everybody that was getting all the spotlight was coming from like, the South or the East, right? Or shit, the North, way up north with Drake, which is good for Canada. But I feel like there's better rappers that come out of Canada, like Mercules. Shit, I think Mercules is way better than Drake. That boy can rap, but obviously he get no love because he can rap. And when you can wrap circles around these individuals, they tend to show you no love. Sad but true. What I miss? Just chilling, my boy. How do you feel? The from me what it was is was that is that good for this? Is he from Maywood? I don't even know where that individual's from. Well, who was headlighting it? King Little G, no? And King Little G, he comes from the Inglewood area, but he grew up around the South Side, with like Southgate, Bell Gardens, Maywood. He grew up around that area. Even though he comes from Inglewood, he was running around those areas. You hear it in his music all the time. I think nowadays he tends to shout out, like Bell Garden, Southgate, and Maywood and all that area more than he actually does his actual Inglewood area, which you only hear referenced in his first two mixtapes. After that, he just tend to stick to this side. Stay in school, young ones, unless you want to go back. 160, like, yeah, facts. Well, you know what? Even though Sonny is an older individual, it doesn't hurt to seek education. You're gonna benefit from it regardless, right? Um, and it never hurts to feed yourself, knowledge, or to do something with yourself. You know what I'm saying? But yes, it's better to stay in school and actually, do shit right from the get go than having to fucking, try to build yourself up, already in your later years. Um, but as for Sonny, I take my hats off that he's actually, at least, seeking to better himself, right? Because when you're learning, I mean, that's all you're doing, right? Just improving yourself, bettering yourself. Can't be mad at the individual for that. What's the saying? Is never too late to learn, right? As long as you're breathing. Nice analysis. I'm really open minded. Oh yeah, you got to. You got to. I know that there's one of the things that I guess what people call the old heads, right? They tend to do is that they're very stubborn, right? They look at nowadays times and they just shut it off completely, right? Like they don't even bother to fucking realize that, bro, you change with the times or you get left behind. You know what I mean? It's crazy, and you see it not just with music, but you see it with sports. You see it with movies, with TV shows, right? Like, oh, these movies ain't as good as the movies from back in my day, or man, these players ain't as good as the players that I grew up watching, or this music is not as good as the music I grew up hearing. You know what I'm saying? But every generation says that though, and every generation has a problem with the newer generation. And it's like, could it not be that you're just being stubborn and stuck in your ways? You know what I mean? It doesn't hurt to fucking acknowledge, the new times and how stuff evolves. It's how it goes. Ain't nothing new. But that breeds that hater mentality. When they start now putting down, all the modern day shit now, right? Just because they're scared of they're scared of change, right? creatures of habit. You know, people don't really like when stuff starts to change around them. It's like, bro, come on now. Doesn't hurt to experience new things, homie. It's like when people are used to going to like a restaurant or a barber or some shit like that, right? And then it changes or closes down. It's like the world's coming to an end to them. And there's some people that have, you know, a severe case of that, right? Like they can't eat nowhere else or they can't fucking shop nowhere else, right? It's like they're so dependent on, you know, what's here already. It's crazy. It's like the real life versions of Sheldon. I'm Black and wonder if y'all heard of any one of my top 5 Mexican rappers. SPM, Sad Boy Loco, CNG, Little Weirdo. Yeah, they're all really, really good. Uh, FSPM, just because of he's a predator, you know, and I ain't down with that. But as a rapper, I can't take nothing from the individual. He's very talented, very skillful, and one of the best, you know, Mexican rappers that there was, right? But because of his charges, you know, fuck that fool. But other than that, like when it comes to his music, I can't take nothing away from the individual. He's very, very skillful. You know, it's just sad that you know he's a piece of shit, but you know, it's very skillful. Sad Boy Loco's good too. Little Weirdo and CG. Yeah, they're like the modern day type rappers, right? Even though they still have that Chicano vibe to them, it's more of the you know modern day. You know, I know especially a lot of older Chicanos they don't like to give no love to the younger ones. Don't know why. Um, Youngsters' best thing to do out of high school is getting a union job. Yeah, getting a union job is good, but you know, getting your education could take you further. Even though you could succeed, you know, and make it big without having to go to college and shit like that, the chances of that happening is very. I mean, it's you know very low, right? There's very few people that actually become entrepreneurs, right? Um, Not saying that you know you shouldn't give it a go, right? But it doesn't hurt to educate yourself, though, you know. And then once you're there, you'll really see if it's for you or not, right? Because there's some people that go to college and then they just don't like it and they just, you know, they just drop out, which is understandable, right? Like if it's just not for you, it's not for you, right? But as to feed yourself knowledge, it never hurts, right? The greatest weapon you can have in this world is your brain, bro. The more knowledge you know, the better you are. Especially if you're a rapper. If you're a rapper, the best thing you want to do is read and educate yourself. Reading and educate yourself now opens up to your grammar, right? So now you have a vast vocabulary in order for you to work with. That way your lyrics don't sound redundant, you know, and repetitive, you know, like same shit over and over, right? So it's more ammunition for you as a storyteller, as somebody who's, you know, building concepts together, right? The more words you have to work with and more ideas, well, more better music, right? It doesn't sound repetitive. You know, your fucking audience doesn't see you as like as the same shit over and over again, right? So you would think you would want to feed yourself more words and more knowledge in order to, you know, to fucking expand your horizon. You know, the worst thing you can do is be a rapper and not want to educate yourself and not learn. Because then all your shit is the same, bro. You're using the same words over and over and over again, same concepts over and over and over again. Your shit becomes fucking dull, stale. You know? So that's why when they think that, you know, learning is for nerds and that's just whack, and it's like, then you ain't gonna go nowhere, bro. Don't be stupid as fuck, sounding stupid as fuck like these fucking Cat in the Hat rappers. Got my clip, rolling with my bitch. She sucking on my dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes. Like, you can already hear what he's going to say from a mile away. Like, once you hear dick, you already know that clip or bitch is coming next. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, uh-huh. It's like, man. That's a Cat in the Hat rappers, you know. It's, you know, she's sitting on my lap. You're gonna get clapped. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go figures. You know, a lot of this music, when I'm hearing it, I can already tell what they're gonna say before it even like comes. I'm like, oh yeah, like this guy's not creative at all. He's not creative at all. That's why you wonder when sometimes rappers are having, you know, rap battles, right? And then the guy he's battling is able to rap along with what he's saying without before he even says it, because he already knew what he was gonna say, just because he's so predictable, right? It's like, you're not a real MC, bro. Your shit is predictable. You know what I mean? Like, I already knew what you were gonna say before you said it. And that's the ultimate burn in a rap battle. It's like, bro, you think you over here playing, you know, chess, bro, when you're really playing checkers. This was already got you mapped out. What are your thoughts on the Aztec Empire? Woody is underrated. Woody is definitely underrated. There's a lot of northern rappers that are underrated, to be honest with you, when it comes to their rapping skills. Um, who was killed by his... Woody had bars. Yeah, he definitely did. He definitely did. Oh, what's cracking like in the Mexican G? Best weapon you can have is a fully auto. Well, I guess if we're actually talking about actual weapons. Hey, don't underestimate a sharp mind, bro. You know, motherfuckers become MacGyvers, homie. They can outsmart you even if you have a weapon. You know? If you're really that intelligent, you can outsmart a motherfucker with a weapon, but yeah, it doesn't hurt to to be armed. Well, I wouldn't know, but for those who are able to have firearms, I don't believe in weapons. I don't believe in violence either. Education is. Yes, it is. Did you know that? It's like code, like numbers and stuff like that. Yeah, DNA. As a matter of fact, getting away with murder, just the understanding of a crime scene in itself nowadays, right? It's very hard for individuals to lie themselves out of a situation, right? Even you know, the way blood splatter works, right? Like, oh, you know, you could say that they're able to tell from the crime scene that if they used a bat, a hammer, a 2x4 or some shit like that, right? Just by the way the blood splats against something, right? They're able to tell what kind of an object it was, because, you know, if it would be another different object, it wouldn't splat the way it splat, right? There's patterns to everything. Everything has a pattern. Everything tells a story, right? So they're able to tell how far, as the same too, right? Because, you know, the closer and the darker and, you know, further the lighter, you know what I'm saying? But they're able to tell so much from the crime scene and just the forensic evidence in itself, bro, that it's just like, you know, like, good luck, bro. You know, these motherfuckers are really good at their jobs, bro. That's how they're able to tell how the shit went down, you know, if dot for dot, without actually being at the damn crime scene themselves. You know, that's why the best advice I could give anybody is get yourself a fucking lawyer. There is no way, I repeat, no way you're gonna talk yourself out of that situation, bro. Get a fucking lawyer, bro, because you're gonna go to jail trying to talk yourself out of some shit. You know what I mean? Even the fucking, you know, sharpest of the sharpest criminals have failed. You know, the sickest of the sickest criminals, serial killers, have all failed. Get yourself a lawyer. These motherfuckers went to school for this. They're not just sitting down eating donuts. These motherfuckers know what they're doing. You know? It's better to talk to your lawyer. That way they don't get the chance to physically sit down and talk to you, right? And trick your ass into fucking saying some shit you weren't supposed to say. Or just watching you, right? Because obviously you already know how humans work, is that you're not able to contain your anxiety, your emotions. You're gonna start to fucking to stem, right? Because you need to release all that pressure that you're feeling inside, whether by fidgeting your fingers or rubbing something or shaking your leg or tapping on the table or eye movement. But some shit's gonna happen where these motherfuckers know that they got you. They're just watching you, watching to see your pattern break, and it's gonna break because even social psychopaths can't even control themselves, right? Because your body just can't do that, even no matter how well you think you can lie or you're calm under pressure, bro. Trust, you're gonna fuck up, bro. That's human. That's just how humans work. We're not able to control that. People do shit without even realizing it. And if these motherfuckers know what to look for, they will find it. And that's all they got time. Not everyone has the same DNA. Your DNA is fucking unique. So you'll be fucked. You're gonna leave a hair behind or a sweat dot or some shit. And that's it. It's a wrap. He said, hey, homie, why you got Sonny as your profile picture? Reading opens up new ways of thinking and new idea. Yeah, facts, bro. If only we knew that when we were younger, huh? Instead of wanting to be fucking fuck-ups. May say, I like Sonny, but I don't know who he, but yeah. He's Sonny's doppelganger. He just looks like Sonny. It was the lighting. Who said you can't impersonate the perfect goal? You are too much. That's what, yeah. With the vato. Have to hit the spot for some tacos. That's right, my boy. My little is definitely up in the building. Shout out to my baby. What do you think about the people who don't study? Says they're too cool. Well, they're gonna learn the hard way. You know what I mean? They're gonna learn the hard way because ain't nothing cool about it, right? I mean, you think you're cool now, but it's just a cry for attention, bro. People like that, it's a cry for attention. You know what I mean? It's kind of like their way of. They don't know how to ask for help, so that's kind of like their way of asking for help, right? You don't understand something, so you're gonna put it down. You know what I mean? Just because you don't want to seem like you're at a disadvantage or low or insecure, right? So instead of now seeing that that's a possibility, you're gonna put this shit down. That way, you're deflecting the attention. Well, he said gangsters don't do school, fool. That's not true because the real individuals of the real, as people call the real gangsters, the ones that are mainline, the ones in the penitentiaries, the big homies, as people say, right? They're all highly educated, bro. That's all they do is educate themselves nonstop. You know what I mean? Even though they're ruthless and their tactics and how they conduct themselves, right? They'll tell you, bro, having a stupid motherfucker is just a no, bro. They gonna tell you, educate yourself, bro, because they can't have no stupid motherfuckers in their ranks. They just can't. You're a liability. You become a liability. And they just don't like that. They don't like ignorant individuals like that. And I'm speaking 100. They don't like dumb individuals like that. They want individuals that could think. And if they just see you as somebody that's as a crash out, then you're not gonna last. And I'm being for real. You're not gonna last at all. You're gonna get on people's nerves, and they're just gonna, you're gonna be shipped to the other side. Just because they can't stand people like that. You know what I mean? Like fools that think that, hey, homie, we gotta be on the serio, and you know what I mean? And bragging about what people don't like fools like that. They don't last. And it's sad because they learn the hard way. You know what I mean? And yeah, you get nothing out of it either. That's all facts. That's one hundo. But see, this is conversations that shouldn't be given by gangsters or police officers or the priest or the pastor or anything like that. These are conversations that parents need to have with their children, because the only one that could change that kid's life or get that kid from not becoming a gang member is the parents, and the parents only, bro. Nobody else. Not the cops, not the ex-gang members, not the actual gang members, not the OGs. Nobody but his parents, bro. They're the only ones that they're going to listen to, and nobody else. Because you can give the kid the best advice being his big homie, or being an ex-gang member, or being a pastor or a priest or a police officer. But if once he goes home, back to the environment where it all starts, and, now he's feeling the insecurities, the mistreatment, the neglection, or whatever the fuck is happening, then every advice that you gave him, no matter how good and great it was, is flying out that fucking window, bro. Once he's put back in the situation, in that environment, by the people that he holds to the highest standards, because your parents were always going to come before anybody else in this fucking planet. And if they're the ones that are the source of the problems, then can't nobody say or do anything about that, bro. If they're not willing to fucking actually be parents and actually pay attention to their kids, then they're fucked. Period. You know what I mean? You see that shit happen over and over and over again. Shit, sometimes, like I said, the parents really think that they were doing nothing wrong. But there's different forms of abuse, right? It could even come as neglection. The parents always at work, 2 fucking jobs, 3 fucking jobs. Who's raising the kid then? His parents are never around. When he actually has problems and needs to talk to somebody, ain't nobody around to talk to. But the streets, see, as humans, bro, we have to be able to express ourselves. Even people that have nobody, that's why they write in journals. That's just how we're designed, right? People need to express themselves. People are emotional. As humans, we are emotional creatures. We need to express ourselves. So when there's no one around to talk to, bro, you're going to talk to whoever's willing to listen. And if the people you are talking to are people your age, you already know you're young. And if they're young, they're not going to give you the best advice, right? So the only advice they're going to be able to give you is probably going to fuel your fucking delusion, leading these individuals to make the wrong choices and fuck their shit up. Come on, because what fucking 13, 14, 15-year-old is really going to be giving some great advice out there? Bro, they're still learning themselves. Like, hey, the OGs should have been showing these fools, better, to not choose the street. Like, well, how older do you think the OGs are to these kids, bro? If he's 15, his OG homies are like 17, 18, bro. The fuck? And troubled kids become troubled adults, and troubled adults don't give the best advice, bro. They can't even fucking fix their situations. It's crazy. But it is what it is, though. SPM deserves to rot in jail. Yeah. He actually deserves death, in my opinion, but that's just me. Especially for what he did. He's a fucking sick individual. The sickest of the sickest. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my lunch break is over. We got to get back to it. It was good chopping it up with you guys, and we out.